and it looked like Caitlin Clark has landed her first speaking gig of the offseason. Guys, for this one here, we got...
So Caitlin Clark is doing her yearly press tour, as in like, not even yearly press tour, yearly talk tour, where she just goes and she starts talking. She does plenty of talks. She will talk wherever is deemed necessary, and what we will see from Caitlin Clark is a lot of speaking arrangements.
Caitlin Clark may have just broken the WNBA without ever stepping on the court this offseason. A new report has surfaced that is sending shockwaves through the entire sports world, suggesting Clark has landed a speaking tour that could bank her nearly $50 million. The news instantly triggered a firestorm, and at the center of it is Angel Reese, who seems to be watching her rival build an empire on a completely different level, leaving everyone else in the dust.
I was making $3.1 million a year in college. What you talking about? He's like, yo, don't act like you're doing me a favor. First of all, Ice Cube and them offered me $5 million for 10 weeks. I told them no, then they came back for $15 million. Me what I would have been doing. I would have grabbed that and waited till next year. I'm trying to bring awareness to women's basketball, taking a wild pay cut. When you think about, let's just say $5 million for 10 weeks, $78,000 for a whole WNBA season, or $15 million for 10 weeks. What is the commissioner talking about? What year you think this is? I was making 3.1 in college. I got a $28 million deal with Nike. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Secondly, I don't know this for a fact because I haven't done the due diligence on this, but I can imagine how the ratings dropped since Caitlin Clark has been hurt. Because she was hurt the last month or two or however long it was before the season. I was even upset because the Fever actually made it to the semifinals, and Caitlin Clark wasn't playing. Imagine this murder. Now, mind you, this is her second year. Her team makes it to the semifinals. What them ratings would have been.
Yeah.
Did you know that? But I'm saying, not even being funny, did you know the Fever was in the semifinals?
No.
Exactly, but I bet
Caitlin wasn't playing.
Exactly. If Caitlin was playing, you would have known that the Fever was in the semifinals. So, yo, I would be like, yo, if I'm Caitlin Clark, yo, you need to come see me.
She actually make the league hot. As much as people like to argue about it, she's what's bringing the eyeballs. I know that people are gonna hate that take, but it's
the numbers behind this are almost unbelievable. While most WNBA players spend their offseason playing overseas just to make ends meet, Caitlin Clark is cashing in on a different kind of hustle. For a single 1-hour speaking event in Jacksonville, fans are shelling out anywhere from $150 for a basic seat to a jaw-dropping $4,500 for the VIP experience. That's nearly $500,000 for one night of talking. Think about that. A $4,500 ticket to hear a speech is more expensive than courtside seats at an NBA Finals game. This isn't just a side gig, it's a money glitch that allows her to make more in 60 minutes than league veterans like Asia Wilson earn in an entire season.
She's bringing the viewers along with everybody else, but they're coming to see her either win or fail, and that's what's bringing motivating a lot of the interest.
Just want to add a stat really quick to back up what you guys are saying. So it was reported that the WNBA viewership went down 55% since her injury, and even for the Fever's national TV games, it was at 1.8 million average viewers, and it went down to about 850,000. So
so you can feel how you want to feel about her. You can feel how you want to feel.
But what story is she selling that's worth that much money? It's not just about basketball. It's about the carefully crafted image of the all-American girl next door who achieved greatness through pure grit. People are paying thousands to hear the tale of how her dad painted a three-point line on their driveway. A simple, powerful narrative that has become a goldmine. It's a relatable, non-threatening story that corporations and a huge segment of the public have fallen in love with, proving that in today's world, the story you sell is far more valuable than the points you score.
His conversations last offseason was Caitlin Clark, $100,000 an hour speaking gigs. Well, I'm here to tell you, she is not taking long getting back to work, raking in the cash because she has landed.
As soon as the news broke, Angel Reese's social media activity began telling a story of its own. It wasn't just one isolated incident, it was a pattern. She was caught liking a post that read, "Some players get fouled for free, others get paid for talking." Then another cryptic comment appeared. hinting at the media protection certain players receive. These digital daggers are her only real weapon against a narrative she can't control. They reveal a deep frustration, showing a player who feels like she's fighting an invisible battle against a system designed to celebrate only one type of star.
So it looked like Caitlin Clark is headed to Long Island Association, bro. So it stated Long Island Association joined the Long Island Association's president and CEO, Matt Cohen, moderates a special conversation with Caitlin Clark discussing her record-breaking performances, impact, and cultural influence on October the 29th at 10:30 to 12:30 in New York.
This goes far deeper than jealousy over money. It's about the infuriating double standard that has followed both players since college. It's a textbook case of perception shaping reality. When Caitlin argues with a ref, she's called passionate and a fiery competitor. When Angel does the exact same thing, she's labeled emotional and out of control. When Caitlin shows confidence, she's a generational talent. When Angel shows it, she's arrogant. This unspoken bias has created a world where one is praised for her ambition, while the other is punished for it. Their entire dynamic was forged in the fire of that one LSU versus Iowa championship game. That single night didn't just create a rivalry, it launched two separate brands that have come to define an entire sport. Caitlin was crowned America's sweetheart, a safe and marketable hero perfect for primetime television. Angel, with her unapologetic taunts and raw emotion, was immediately cast as the villain. That one moment, replayed 1,000,000 times, set them on completely different trajectories, and Angel has been fighting that villain narrative ever since, whether she wants to or not. Now that narrative is playing out on the professional stage, with many fans and players claiming Clark is getting a level of media protection nobody has ever seen before. When her teammate Chennedy Carter delivered a hard foul on Clark, it became a week-long national debate involving sports analysts, talk show hosts, and even politicians, all discussing the need to protect the league's new star. But when Angel Reese gets leveled by a similarly aggressive play, it's often met with silence or comments that it's just part of the game. This glaring inconsistency fuels the tension and makes the system feel rigged. This massive financial and media gap threatens to start a civil war within the league itself. Imagine being a veteran player who has dedicated a decade to the WNBA, grinding in obscurity for low pay, only to see a rookie make more from a few speeches than your entire team's payroll combined. It creates an unprecedented power imbalance where one player is suddenly bigger than the league that employs her. This dynamic breeds resentment and could tear locker rooms apart, creating a toxic environment of jealousy and division. We also have to address the elephant in the room, the undeniable role that race plays in marketability and public perception. Caitlin Clark, a white player from Iowa, fits the safe, conventional image that major corporations have historically flocked to. Angel Reese, an outspoken black woman from Baltimore, is often perceived as risky or controversial, even when her actions mirror those of her white counterparts. This isn't just about individual personalities, it's about a deep-seated bias in advertising and media that rewards one archetype while penalizing another. But make no mistake, Caitlin Clark's success isn't just luck. She is playing a completely different game and she's winning. She has masterfully built a brand so powerful that she doesn't need the WNBA's paycheck. Her team has created a calculated business empire, securing mega deals with Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm. She operates like the CEO of her own brand, making strategic moves that are years ahead of her peers. While other players are focused on winning on the court, Caitlin has already conquered the world of corporate branding. This puts the WNBA itself in a completely helpless position. The league desperately needs the Caitlin effect to drive growth, sell tickets, and secure better media deals. But by centering their entire marketing strategy around one player, they risk alienating their other stars and the loyal long-term fans who supported the league for years. They are walking a dangerous tightrope between capitalizing on a phenomenon and undermining the very foundation of their league as a team-focused sport. Here's the shocking twist in all of this, though. Whether Angel Reese likes it or not, she is directly benefiting from Caitlin's meteoric rise. Her fame is bringing more sponsors, bigger TV deals, and millions of new fans to the WNBA. That massive influx of attention and cash is raising the tide for everyone, meaning players like Angel will inevitably see bigger paychecks and better opportunities. But the question remains, is the financial gain worth the personal cost of being perpetually cast as the villain in someone else's hero story? This conflict has also weaponized the fans, turning comment sections and social media into toxic battlegrounds. The online discourse has devolved into a culture war, with Clark's supporters and Reese's fans launching vicious attacks against one another. It's no longer just about basketball, it's about identity, politics, and social grievances being fought out by millions of people online. The players have become symbols in a war they never asked to fight. This is why Angel's fight is so much more exhausting. While Caitlyn is winning the financial war, Angel is fighting a much more important battle, the war for the narrative. She is forcing a conversation about race, perception, and fairness that the sports world has tried to ignore for years. Every cryptic tweet and every passionate interview is a challenge to the status quo. She isn't just fighting the media, she's fighting an army of online trolls who reinforce the negative narrative every single day. In many ways, this is also a generational divide. Caitlyn represents a more traditional, media-trained approach to stardom, calm, composed, and careful with her words. Angel embodies the unapologetic, clap-back culture of a younger generation that refuses to be silenced or molded into a corporate-friendly image. These two styles resonate very differently with various fan groups, further deepening the rift between their supporters. So, what happens next? The collision of these two superstars is inevitable, and it will extend far beyond the basketball court. As their brands continue to grow, they will compete for the same corporate sponsorships, the same media attention, and the same cultural influence. Every game will be a battle, and every press conference will be a new chapter in their ongoing saga. The sports world is holding its breath, waiting to see who will win the next round in this high-stakes rivalry. In the end, we are witnessing two different blueprints for the future of women's sports. Caitlin Clark represents the immense power that comes from mastering the current system, while Angel Reese represents the painful, necessary struggle to tear that system down and build a new one. One is building an empire of wealth, the other is leading a revolution of ideas. The question is, which one will truly define the future? Drop your thoughts below because this is a story that's just getting started.